Hello and happy Friday, friends. So it took me a little bit longer to get in. Oh, my little sign is messed up. It must be heavier on that other side. Oh, well, we may just have to have a crooked sign. It took me a little bit longer, and I'm going to apologize already if the Facebook Live, because I tried to set it up to do Facebook Live and YouTube. I've never done that before. But with StreamYard, all I had to do was, click to add Facebook to the live also. But I don't know. It's hard to know what to expect out of that. So if you're watching from Facebook, apologies if for some reason I don't see you or I don't respond to something that you might say, because this will be the first time I've done this. So I'll focus on StreamYard, or rather on the YouTube part of StreamYard. And I haven't heard from Tyler yet today. So I think all is still good as far as having him on the show. But I can catch you up right quick on what's going on with us here at the ranch. It's been a rainy couple of days now. We've had some clouds off and on this week, and then we got one surprise rain event. I don't remember, like Tuesday night, maybe here. Very much needed rain, because it's funny, I can tell when we're starting to go too long without rain, because the pond on the back pasture gets low enough that, what did they tell me? I think it like releases methane or something. It releases some kind of gas as the water level gets lower, and I can smell it. Because the first time that happened, I think we'd probably been here 2 or 3 years. It was heat of the summer, and I was convinced that I was smelling like natural gas, like that rotten egg smell of natural gas if there's a gas leak. So I called the fire department and just said, I don't know if there's a problem or not, but I'm really getting a strong smell of what I seem to remember is the smell of natural gas. So they came out to look. And immediately, I think they saw we had some acreage, and they asked if we had a pond, and they went back and looked at the pond, and they came back and they said, "It's your pond." I said, "What?" They said, "Yeah, it's your pond. As the water level gets low, it causes the materials, near the bottom of the pond to release gases and stuff. So the water kind of diffuses all that, I guess, when it's nice and full." So the pond's been really nice and full for most of the year this year, but it's been very, very dry now for like the last 6 weeks. And that's just enough to dry that pond up. So we definitely needed some rain. So we had a nice rain one day earlier this week. And then last night we were doing our live stream. Richard and I live stream together on Thursdays from about 6 to 7. And Richard happened to look out the window. We were waiting for a couple of dogs to be dropped off that we'd been contacted kind of last minute to see if we could help. And he looked out the window and he said, "Sure does look cloudy. Is it supposed to rain today?" And I had not heard anything about the possibility of rain. And most days, even when there's a possibility of rain, nothing happens here. We've had many, many instances where there were warnings for our area, storm warnings, tornado warnings, even at times. I've heard the sirens a couple of times since we've lived here, which means it's really close because there's a I don't know what that's called, civil defense, whatever, or is that the old air raid siren I'm thinking of? It's the same sirens. And like right here, just a half a mile from us, that siren went off. But I did learn later that those sirens will also go off if there are just really, really strong winds in the area. But to me, it still either means air raid or tornado. If you're old enough, you'll remember that back in the day, if we heard those sirens that we hear now for tornadoes, that's still what I think. It meant air raid. And now that I look back on it, I guess it's kind of funny to think, the routine was that if we were at school, because we had to do practices for this too. If we were at school, we had to stop whatever we were doing and get under our desk and put our hands over our head. And as I got older, I remember thinking, would that really help at all? I mean, as a little kid, you don't know. But that's what it meant. Those sirens were air raid sirens. So I'm a baby boomer, so I'm just close enough to the end of World War II that was still on everybody's mind. But now, again, they can mean all kinds of things, not just tornadoes. But the point was that even when we have tornado warnings, I'm going to send Tyler an email right quick. Even when we've had tornado warnings, that we don't get hit. I'm not complaining. I said last night, and I'll say it again, I firmly believe that we have some sort of elevation or topography feature that works in our order. Hang on, I'm typing my email. Which also means I'm not looking at the studio, so maybe if you're here, Tyler, I'm sorry. Let me send him the link again. So, which means I have to copy it. So bear with me. I do have some little short videos I was going to show you of Tyler and Arlo. And then somewhere, okay, I'm going to put allow now because I got a pop-up that asked if I would allow a notification if I got a response from him. So let me check his channel, make sure there wasn't some message there. Back to storms. Storming last night. We were waiting for these dogs to get here right around the time, just before the show was about to start. It all worked out great, and we've got a house full for sure. I'm not going to pick up the little, I won't even say her name, but there's a little tiny little, like a terrier mix girl. She's the sister of one of the German Shepherd dogs that we've boarded lots of times. It's her second time to be here, the little baby, and then this big sister's been here lots of times. So, let's go to his community tab. Posts. Nope, nothing since 3 weeks ago. Okay, and then let me see also. I thought I had his phone number, so hang on, I'm going to see if I have his phone number. And let me send a message right quick. I need to get my eyes checked again so bad, y'all. It's not even funny. Oops. And so I know a lot of people. This is how I type when I'm typing a message. I hope y'all can see it. Uh, I can go over here now. I only use my index finger. I don't do that thumb thing, and it's not because my phone is open all the way. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. If nothing happens with that, I know things come up, but I will have done what I can do. And again, I'll still show you this little collection of shorts I can show you from Arlo and tell you as much of his story as I know. And preface it all by saying that I'm a German Shepherd lover. Now, I think Arlo is a Dutch Shepherd. I don't think he's a German Shepherd, but they have such similar temperaments and intelligence, and they're both, working dogs, and are both equally employed by police departments and military units all around the world. So I don't know, except for probably where they originated, I don't know what the differences would be between them. So there's that. But okay, I was checking the Facebook feed, and it looks like it's running. Again, I don't know how to see how many people are watching that, or if anyone is watching that. So hello to those of you who may be watching on Facebook. Let me get back to, I was telling you what was going on here at the ranch. So the house is full of dogs, and I'm not going to pick up because I held the little dog, and then Richard held the little dog for part of the show last night because she just loves to be held, and she's so tiny. She's the opposite of the dogs we have here. She's the opposite of every other dog that's here right now. So in addition to our German Shepherds, we've got the Golden Doodle Gucci is here, and then there's a Shepherd Husky mix that we just adore, who's obsessed with the cats. So when he got here yesterday, he was so excited to be here. He nearly drags his mother from the car just to get into the house, which she loves to see, and I love to see that. And then he goes straight to, we have a door that we close between the kitchen and the hallway that leads to the east side of the house, because when we're going to have a lot of dogs, or a dog that we're not sure how they'll be around the cats, which I don't think applies to any of the dogs that are here right now, we just leave the cats closed off over there so that we don't take any chances with anybody. And as soon as he got in the door, that's where he went. He went over to that door to see if the cats were near that door. It's a what do you call that? Like a louvered door. It's got the slats in it, and it folds in the middle. But they come to that door if they, know there's a dog there, or if they want out and they want to be out in the rest of the house. And he just waits. He just waits for an opportunity to see them or smell them, or interact with them at all. But when we have several dogs visiting at one time, I just don't like to take chances with the potential for the pack mentality to kick in, or the dogs to be roughhousing and a cat gets involved. And so they're staying on their side of the house, and everybody else is staying on this side of the house. And I'm happy to report, as you can probably tell, everyone is asleep right now. So that's good. We played a game last night on the show too that I think I'm probably going to go ahead and get a subscription for it, if I discover that the subscription means that we'll be able to host a game that everyone can play during live streams. Because that's where I learned about this website, was through Dale and Lisa at 9 Acre Family Farms, they used to do a game night, and this site is what they would use. So I went there thinking, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to use. That's really fun, and everybody can play. So if you're watching, you can play, and Richard and I can play. And but I learned that because I tested it, right? I tested it because we had some technical difficulties last week on the Thursday show. So I tested it out and did a host session and all. And then when we went to do the game last night, obviously you can only do the host thing one time if you have the free tier of the site. So it's not expensive, but I'm not looking to spend money in places if I can avoid it. So I'm either going to find another thing like that, or I'm going to go ahead and just subscribe so that it's something I can do maybe in a pinch, like today. If something's happened and Tyler can't make it, then I would have that game to fall back on. He's in Georgia, and I did specify when I sent the invitation and we set the date that it would be 1:30 Central, 12:30 his time. But there's always a possibility, right, that he's got it in his head that it's at 1:30. Although that would have been an hour ago. I hope he didn't show up an hour ago. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and show you. We'll start with some images. Let me get to the folder where I have some images to show you. If you're not familiar with Arlo, Arlo was a member of the Thurston County Sheriff's Office in Washington State, USA. And he was shot in the line of duty. So in efforts to protect his team and do his job, he sustained life-threatening injuries. Like, I don't think he was not given a very high chance of survival when he was shot, but he immediately went into surgery and then has made a miraculous recovery. And he was a very well-known and famous, I guess if you could call it, TikTok dog. Tyler had a TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I've never done TikTok, but had just, like millions of followers worldwide through the TikTok channel. And so, of course, everyone was thinking of him and sending well wishes and helping fund his treatment. And he recovered, and I'm sure there are maybe some things he has to deal with physically that we don't know about. But when I see him, because Tyler has a lot of content and you can keep up with them that way, he doesn't look like he's like hurting. But I'm going to show you. Let's see. We'll just do this. I didn't think to order these first. This is a picture from when Arlo was in surgery. And this was a big deal. I think he was shot a couple times in the leg, maybe in the chest. The canines wear the protective vests and things, but a lot of these canine officers will be like right on the bad guy who's got a gun right there and can very easily cause a lot of damage, even if they're not aiming for a particular spot. And I watch so much, cop stuff and canine stuff and police pursuits here on YouTube. So I've seen other videos where a canine officer gets shot in the line of duty. Fortunately, the ones I've seen, those dogs did all survive as well. But many of them, like Arlo, then are forced to retire once they've recovered from their surgery. And that was the case with Arlo. So I'm going to take this one off because I want to show you, again, I didn't think to put these in a particular order. So I'm going to just pull them up one by one, and we'll do another image because this is interesting to me. So this is what was required just to put his leg and shoulder back together. This is his left front leg. So he's got all these pins and whatever these things are just to hold this. So they repaired all of that, and then they had to put this hardware in there to hold it together while he healed. I don't know if it's something then that, is removed or will be removed at some point. But anytime I see a surgery that involves having to place things into the body to support the area or facilitate healing, to me it just means it was just more serious than, if he had just broken his leg or had an ACL tear or something. This is way beyond that. Again, these were life-threatening injuries because of where the bullets entered and exited his body. Now, you wouldn't know it looking at him today. So let's see what my next... Oh, I can't do it that way on here. So let's take this one off and we'll go to the next picture. Image file. Like I just did it and I'm acting like I don't know. Okay, we'll look at this one. He's so cute. So this is, I don't think not too long after surgery. And I thought it was really sweet to see the, I guess those are cookies, but look how cute those cookies are. Look how cute those are. And he's just so cute. And look at him. And he's still just so sweet and bright and friendly. And let's do another one. I think I have one more picture. Yeah, and this is just him. Again, this is during the recovery phase. You see he's growing back hair. He had to have a lot of stuff shaved because of all the places he'd been injured. Places where they put his little IVs in his legs. He looks kind of loopy there, but I don't think this was like right after surgery. He can be pretty chill. Okay, we'll take that off. And then let me put the picture of the thumbnail back up because I wanted to talk about, I didn't even know this was a thing. Let me find my downloads. So he was awarded the American Kennel Club Paw of Courage Award in 2021, the year he was injured. And that's like a Purple Heart. I mean, that's a very high honor. And I guess each year they award this. I don't know if just one dog gets it, because I know there are plenty of dogs that are also injured or even lose their lives as a result of having to deal with bad guys. But there he is with Tyler. I don't remember what this event was that I pulled this picture from. Let me look at my Facebook thing again right quick and make sure that looks okay. Hello, Facebook world. I don't know how that works. So I don't know if I'll do that again, but I knew Tyler had a big following on Facebook, and I thought, well, this would be a good reason then to try that out. I might do it next week too when Sandy's here, because that Facebook group is also very, very big. Anyway, so Paw of Courage recipient for 2021. And then now let me show you the little videos. So hopefully this isn't going to flag some kind of, copyright thing, because I pulled them from Tyler's page, but I would hope he would realize I'm showing them because we're highlighting Arlo's story today. So let me find that video file. I hope it's not going to be too loud. Seems like when I recorded it, it was kind of loud. Okay, let's go here. Here we go.
If I do not find somebody soon, I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down the city street while trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. This feels like a necessity, so this could be the death of me, or maybe just a better me. Now coming with the Tiffany's and take a shot at Hennessy.
Okay, there were the little clips I have of Arlo. Let me just remove this from the studio. And let me know if you were already a fan. Let me know if you've been a follower. I did have one more image I was going to show you because, I mean, I knew this, but it was still interesting me to come across it. So this, can you see that? Oh, this is the one I want. I don't know if that's big enough for you to see it. I don't even know what language that is. And I mean, I did look at the translation, but that wasn't the point. I wasn't interested in what this was saying. I was interested to see that, again, people all over the world are Arlo fans and supporters and have followed his story. And I just think that's amazing. I love seeing awareness raised for law enforcement. And again, as a German Shepherd, a lifelong German Shepherd parent and sibling and supporter, I love seeing highlights made for the breed. Again, I know Arlo's a Dutch Shepherd, but I think a lot of people probably think German Shepherd when they think canine officers, that or Belgian Malinois. Again, they're all very related and have very similar personalities and skill sets and loyalty and dedication. And I know all dogs have those qualities, but in the Shepherd lines, it tends to be even more pronounced. So there's that. Okay, let me take that off. And let me share my link in case somebody would like to come up and hang out with me. I'm going to put this in the chat. Again, thanks if you're watching live. Thanks if you are part of the rewatch crew. I would imagine at some point here in a little bit, this baby's going to wake up. She's sitting on top. She's on the dog bed on top of the crate right beside the desk here. So all she would have to do is climb over to come over here and see me. But she just thought she heard something outside. So I don't want to pay too much attention to her because I don't want her to come and distract everybody. Although it would be a good show filler, I guess. Let's see. What does that say? That's weird. What is this? What is that? Hey! Okay, so in a pinch, we'll just have the rich part of Rich and Cat. You should have changed it to Rich. Yeah, something happened with Tyler, so he's not here today. So I just got through showing clips from, I think they were all, well, I got them all off the YouTube channel. Okay. You're there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Are you having lunch?
No. I'm doing, no.
What are you doing then? What are you doing that you're able to get on the live stream?
Oh, sorry. I was just checking in.
Oh, no, that's good. Again, because you saw the link in the chat?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
again,
sorry.
I sent a message to Tyler. Oh, I got to check my emails. Oh, but I had that thing set up to alert me. Okay, so you're not going to hang around?
Oh, no, I got to go.
Okay, I'll see you in a little bit then.
Right. Bye.
Bye. That's funny. Now he's got to figure out how to get out.
How do I get out?
Down near the bottom, there's a thing that says "Leave Studio." It has a little. It should be the icon at the bottom of your screen, just below the, the monitor where we see ourselves, and it's got a little arrow pointing to the right. Oh, there, he got it. He figured it out. that was funny. There's a surprise visit from Rich, the Rich part of Rich Cat Ranch, helping me fill the stream today. I should have had, and I probably should always have, like some kind of backup thing we can do on the stream in case something happens, because things happen. I know there have been a couple of times, like someone had their power go out or their internet went out or something. And I think later in the show, then they maybe joined in from their phone, because you can use your phone also. When you have that link, whatever device you have that has a camera and a microphone, you can join the show from whatever device you're on. You don't have to be on a computer or a laptop. But if we don't see Tyler today, then I'm still going to see if I can work it out to get him on another day, because he'll have so many more details about what happened and how it happened. And I would love to just learn more of the, like, behind the scenes. I don't know how canine officers get matched up with their partners. I don't know how that works. I don't know if the human officer has a say in what dog they get. I don't know how involved they are in the training of that dog, or if the dog really comes fully trained. So I have a lot of questions about how that process works. I could have Kevin Blue. Kevin Blue was a long time, he's retired now, long-time canine officer, and is a friend of mine through the German Shepherd Rescue we work with. And I'm sure he can answer all of those questions. So it might be a nice excuse to have him back on the show, because that was a fun interview as well. But I'll see if I can get Tyler back on, because I'm hoping you guys will check out the K9 Arlo channel here on YouTube to go learn more about Tyler and Arlo, and support them now that you know about their story, if the story was new to you. And I did want to look at, let's share that page. I wanted to share his YouTube page here. So let's share that. Okay. So I gotta, hang on, I gotta separate it. Okay. Because I wanted to show you, oh, now what did I do? Let's put me over here, and then I can do this. So his shorts views. Now, I mean, I realize shorts are just really popular on YouTube. I know even my shorts are popular, but my shorts are not as popular as shorts about K9 Arlo. So check out the most viewed short on Tyler and Arlo's channel is related to, in fact, the top 3 or 4 are related to his injury and surgery and recovery, with the #1 short on his channel being a short about the 1-year anniversary of the incident. 66 million views. A short with 66 million views. I don't even know what to do with those kind of numbers. Second most watched short on the channel still relates to when he was recovering from the wounds and the surgery. 24 million views. Raise your hand if you've got any content on your channel that has more than 1 million views. And then again, another one related to the shooting and surgery and recovery, 6.9 million views. Look at all of these that have millions of views, and tell me if you interpret it the same way. People love and support Arlo. I mean, they love and support Tyler too, by way of him being Arlo's guardian and handler and friend and partner. And I know what I've read is that when Arlo had to retire, officially, I think there has to be some like bill of sale if a canine officer is acquired by someone to become just a private family dog. And what I've read is that Tyler paid $1. Tyler paid $1 to adopt Arlo once, it was determined he was going to have to retire. And they still do like a little ceremony and everything. Look at, okay, so we're just now, 12 or so, 9 or 12 or so shorts in to the most popular ones, just now getting just below 1 million views. And it still has, they still all have a lot to do with the shooting and the injuries. But there's a lot of just day-to-day stuff there. Tyler also has a couple of other dogs. So again, I'm hoping he'll be on the show so we can learn more about them. I think he still has them. There's Stella. That's Stella, the black shepherd in this short here on the left. Oh, okay, you can see my little cursor. I didn't know if you could see it. So it's an inspiring story. It's an amazing story. And I think everyone can be blessed by knowing about it and learning about Tyler and Arlo. I don't know if Tyler was injured in that same incident but I know he's been injured as a police officer. He's been injured in the line of duty. I don't remember if it was a shooting or not. So there's still lots that we can ask. If I can find another day that might work better for him, given that something must have come up for him today. What else can I tell you? Or what else can I show you? I don't think I have anything else to do. So the little baby just jumped down from this. When I say she jumped down, so this crate that has the dog bed on top of it where she was laying is right behind the couch. So she gets up on the couch and then she just climbs over to get onto this dog bed. But there was a truck or something that just went by because I heard like it was pulling a trailer or something, and people don't remember or they don't know because maybe they've not been on our street before that it's not a real smooth street. There's some, dips and pothole kind of things, and people will just go flying by like with an empty trailer, some kind of a trailer behind them, and that trailer's just banging all the way down the road. So that caught her attention when she heard that. Where'd you go, Nova? Where's my Nova girl? Where's your sister? Come here, Nova. Come here and say hi to everyone. Come here. Come here, Nova. Come here, honey. Come here. Come here, Nova. Holly, let me get her. Let me get her. Come here, Nova. Yes. Oh, here she goes. Oh. She's so cute. She tries to jump up. When you reach down to get her, she tries to jump up. This is Nova. Can you say hi to everybody, Nova? Can you say hi? Hi, everyone. And so, look, she's just so tiny, y'all. She's just a little tiny girl. She's just a little tiny girl. So I've had German Shepherd dogs. German Shepherd dogs are this size when they're like 3 weeks old, 3 or 4 weeks old. And she's, I think, about 2 or 2.5. And hi, friends. Hello, friends. Yeah, she's a good girl. Go back over here. Here, let's go back over there and lay down. Good girl. She's so good. Good girl. Oh, now she knows she can climb over here. Lie down. If you come over, you have to lie down, okay? Lie down. I don't want you to fall. Lie down. Lie down, honey. Anyway, so last night's show was short because of the storms, and today's show is likely going to be short just because I didn't have a backup for what else we could do to fill a whole stream. So I might turn y'all loose a little bit early today, unless there's something else I can think. Oh, that's what I was going to do, right? I was going to look and see if there's anything else I can show you. I don't think there is. I mean, I always have videos and stuff of stuff going on here, but it's usually because I'm going to turn it into a shorter video on the channel, so I don't want to spoil too much for anybody. I don't think I have anything else I can show you. So, I know what we can do, though. Let's look at Google Trends, because it is something that I said I wanted to maybe have a segment on each stream. Oops. And we'll see what's trending right now. Let's pull this out over here. Go back here. I think I'm going to figure this out. And let's share that. Okay. Is this what we're doing? Now it's been a couple of weeks since we did this, and I don't remember for sure where to go to. No. Okay. Trending now. That's what I need. I guarantee it's going to still be full of sports. Okay, so I don't know who Kenny Clark is, but see, when I look over here on the right, it says Micah Parsons trade and Micah Parsons contract. I don't know what that has to do with Kenny Clark, but to me, it means that because there's the word trade and the word contract are there, that it has to do with sports. So if you know who Kenny Clark is already, maybe you're among the 1 million plus people that have been searching for this over the past 22 hours. And then Heidi Gardner. Oh, this says SNL cast leaving. So I haven't watched SNL in so long, so I don't know who Heidi Gardner is. Huh. So all these articles that come up, it doesn't say which person is Heidi Gardner. Let's look at this. Heidi Gardner leaving SNL. Let's see who Heidi Gardner is. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can share that too. Let's share that. Oh, what was that? Heidi Gardner. I recognize her. Do y'all recognize her? Oh. Okay, this is one of those where you got to subscribe. No, thank you. All right, let's go back to the other thing. So let's get this off of here and go back to what's trending. I wish it would let me have two share screens set up so that I could just flip between each of them. But it doesn't look like it works that way. Okay, so that was Heidi Gardner. Sabrina Carpenter, I know that name. She's a singer. Huh. I guess she's just got some new songs out. 100,000 searches. Something's new with her. Google emergency warning. Let's look at that. Oh, Google data breach. Google Gmail data breach. Google issues. Emergency warning. Is that showing on y'all's screen? Let me see what that's there. It tends to open. Nope, it doesn't. I remember this from last time. It tends to open another tab instead of just leaving it on. Oh, where did that go now? That's weird. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so I'll just tell you then. Google issues emergency warning for all Gmail users. This is related to a breach at Salesforce, which exposed billions of users to cyber attacks. Okay, so now let's find that other thing. Google Trends. Let's get back to Google Trends. That's where we are, isn't it? No. Yes. Okay, so that was, where did that go? Google Emergency Gmail, stock split. Split stock. It doesn't say what stock. Any of you guys do stock market stuff? Well, I know Nora the Explorer does stock market stuff. And if you want to learn about that, then check out, not Nora, the Stock Explorer. Nora, her name is Nora, and her channel is the Stock Explorer. Something going on with Chevron. I guess that means like the oil company. I don't know who Joni Ernst is. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Last thing I want to read about. Peyton Toll, Red Sox. Okay, Braves, Phillies. Okay, I'm seeing all these. I'm guessing Pakistan versus Afghanistan is also sports. It's probably what, like soccer? Jabril Peppers. Is that a name of someone or is that a kind of food? There's a game right there. Guess what this is? Fletcher Merkel. Minneapolis shooting victor and Harper Moisky. Wow. Al Ta'awan Al Nassar. Nasser. Some of these don't have very high volumes. Some more Kenny Clark stuff. Michael Jackson. Is that the Michael Jackson we all know and love? Baylor football, not far from me. Lecce Milan. Oh, this must be sports. I bet that's sports too. Wow. Oh, Liam Payne. Oh, I guess it's Liam Payne's birthday, or he's had a birthday in the last 18 hours. The Roses. Obviously, that's a movie, and I'm guessing Benedict Cumberbatch has something to do with it. Ryobi pressure washer recall. There, you probably ought to know that if you've got one of those. Boise State. Looks like more sports. Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren. What do they have to do with each other? That's UFC, Georgia Tech Sports, Baba Stock. Never Getting Laid lyrics. 10,000 searches in the last 15 hours. Dak Prescott, the wannabe quarterback. I don't like the Cowboys. Write it down. Sphere Las Vegas, Al Hilal, and Al Riyadh. That must be sports. MIT Connections. Okay. So much sports stuff. Okay. We won't look at that anymore. I wish I could make this go back to that thing when I want that thing there. But I'm just filling time now. I know we'll have a good time next week with Sandy. And again, I might do the Facebook Live again just because I'd really like to know how that works. And because I know, again, a lot of people knew about Friends of Big Bear Valley, I think, through Facebook, maybe before they realized there were cameras and a big YouTube channel. But while you're waiting for the stream, you can check out Friends of Big Valley here on YouTube, or Friends of Big Bear Valley here on YouTube, and it will, give you an opportunity to see what's happening. I think the cams are still live right now because a lot of people are posting images of some juvenile eagles that have been visiting the nest over the course of the last couple of weeks. The 2 babies that survived out of the 3 that hatched there this season left the nest. They fledged, but they usually stay in the area for a good while after they fledge because the parents do continue to teach them how to hunt and, protect themselves and all the things they'll need to know once they really are adults and on their own. So the parents still spend a lot of time with them, teaching them even after they've left the nest. And they do, all eaglets kind of come back and visit the nest off and on in the weeks or months after they've fledged. So there have been sightings of a couple of juvenile eagles that look like they're probably the right age. The coloration is right, the size is right for what Sunny and Gizmo would look like right now. And so it's been very exciting for a lot of us that follow the nest to think that they really are still around and they're still checking in every now and then, because we know that soon, when the nesting season starts again, they will not be welcome there. So in the eagle world, offspring, there is a point at which offspring are treated as like enemies. They're unwelcome guests. And that's for their own good. They have to at some point cut the apron strings, so to speak, and move on and be eagles on their own and start their own little families and continue the legacy that way. So Sandy will be able to tell us so many amazing things about the nest and the history of Friends of Big Bear Valley and the area there in the San Bernardino National Forest. And she's just there's just something very healing and soothing about Sandy. So you'll have to be here next week so you'll see what I'm talking about. But I think that's it. And then we'll have Bacon Bears the following Friday. And then I'll do some kind of a Did You Know stream. We'll cover some sort of a topic, just me, I think the Friday after that. And then it's probably going to be time for another book club live stream after that. So I hope you'll join me next week. Apologies that things didn't work out and Tyler was not able to be with us, but I'll get in touch with him and see about getting that rescheduled so that you guys can meet him and meet Arlo. But do go check out his channel, K9 Arlo, here on YouTube, and show them some love over there. Be safe, be happy, be well. I hope the weather's good wherever you are. I know there's a lot of interesting, like early fall things happening in a lot of places with temperatures and plant life and stuff. So I hope that's not going to cause a problem later if we get back into summer, because summer doesn't usually end here until like the end of October. So this is already unusual for us to have these interesting storms and the cooler temperatures happening already. I don't think there's anything else to tell you. So I thank you again for watching live. I thank you for checking out the stream after it ends today as part of the Rewatch crew. I'll see you next Friday. Richard and I will be back on Thursday night next week together on the same screen. He won't be dialing in remotely from his office for Thursday Table Talk. I don't know what we're going to do yet. As I said last night, he never knows what we're going to do until the show starts. So I'll have something fun set up. It might be taste test time again, because we haven't done that now since like the first or second episode. So it might be time to do something like that again. But have a wonderful day. Love on your fur babies. And I'll see you next week. I love you, friends. Bye.